Benjamin Franklin once said that there were three certainties to life: death, taxes, and Fortnite.
Out of all the universes out there, right, all the galaxies, we're the only one have Fortnite.
No, but really seriously, it's actually insane how big Fortnite has gotten over the years. I think when they really made that jump was back in late 2023 when Epic Games released the Fortnite metaverse, which consisted of 3 brand new game modes. The first of the big 3 was Lego Fortnite, a Minecraft survival essential type of mode where you could, build whatever you want, survive the night, and you had a creative mode. The second to release was Rocket Racing. Yeah, the less we say about this one, the better. It kind of killed the Rocket League because it got rid of trading, I'm pretty sure. I'm not too adept with Rocket League, but I'm pretty sure that's actually what happened. In the final addition to that Fortnite metaverse, the youngest brother was Fortnite Festival, a rock band, Guitar Hero-esque rhythm game developed entirely by Harmonix, the people who originally made Rock Band and Guitar Hero. And me, being the pro rhythm game player that I am, knew that this was the mode for me, that the mode I wanted to grind the most. And the second that official Instagram page launched, I saw this. The starting lineup for Fortnite Festival. And I must say, this is a genuinely absolute jam-packed starting lineup, as I love so many of these songs. We have some absolute bangers here. We got Poison by Belle Biv DeVoe, My Songs Know What You Did in the Dark, Light 'Em Up by Fall Out Boy, which is an absolutely egregious name, I by Kendrick Lamar, and no, there are no mustard jokes here, buddy. Mr. Brightside by The Killers, the absolute emo white boy classic, Bad Romance by Lady Gaga, which actually had like a whole ass resurgence. I'm pretty sure there's like some kind of like study or some bullshit where I found out like Bad Romance was like the most popular festival song ever. Like it was pretty crazy. The Hand That Feeds by 9 Inch Nails. Any NIN getting added is a plus for me. I love NIN. I am so happy with this was added. Vampire by Olivia Rodrigo. I have no cute or quirky comment to say here. I just like it.
I just think they're neat.
Gangnam Style by Psy. Do I have to say anything else? Go With The Flow by Queens of the Stone Age, which was like the hardest fucking song in the game on drums at launch. It was insane. Yes! Yes! Oh my god! Oh my Jesus Christ! Like, this shit was actually so insane and hard that they had to nerf the damn song. Festival Season 2 patch notes. Go With The Flow drums. Added lift notes in the chorus and the occasional double kick. Also added lifts to the snare kick verse to keep going with the flow. Take My Breath by The Weeknd. And lastly, Buddy Holly by Weezer. Why?
What? Because, you bitch.
However, despite all these icons and bangers, there was one that stood out from the rest. Cradles by Suburban Baby. Like, who the fuck actually like listen to this? This shit sounds like no copyright sounds. I can't believe any. But no, really, seriously, in all seriousness, there is only one that stands out here that seems a little odd. The Search by NF, which quickly became the search for a better fucking song to put in this game, because this song is complete dog.
Well, I mean, 700 million isn't that bad if you really just close your eyes and forget you ever even saw it.
Okay, no bullshit this time, not pulling your leg. One of these stuck out more than the others. Nothing's Alright by WitchGang, a seemingly unknown band, was already being added to Fortnite Festival. And Harmonix is actually known for doing this kind of thing, for reaching out to smaller people who game in the games. So this is what everybody thought, including myself. Unlike me, however, some of these people did the research for WitchGang, and some things weren't adding up. For starters, WitchGang's songs, both Nothing's Alright and Timeless, released only 2 weeks before Festival's announcement. That's a bit weird. And look at these stream numbers. Nothing's Alright only has 3,000. Timeless, not even enough to be considered. Huh? That's really strange. Okay, don't worry, guys. Turns out the image might be AI generated. Damn. And look at this fucking analog horror looking ass, like, band photo. 5 obscured figures just floating in the sky. That's weird. That's not exactly how you present your new band. Alright, what kind of demon could make something like this? Damn. Hey Google, tell me who created 9 Inch Nails for me, please. Well. Alright, who's the barnacle head that even listened to this? Okay, I suppose they don't want to listen to WitchGang in the world, okay. So for section 1, or chapter 1, there's quite a bit to cover here. There's the songs, obviously, there's the videos that they uploaded on the internet, and there's the cover art, which I'll save last, I think that's the most interesting aspect to look at. So, I'll just get out of the way. Do I think the songs are AI? Fuck no! Simply head into Spotify, and go into any of WitchGang's songs, Runaway in this case, scroll down, and there's a credit section right here. We can see everybody involved, the details, how involved they were with it. Took 0 effort and only took me 20 seconds. And I know what you're probably thinking. If the songs aren't produced by AI, you know, what about the lyrics? Were they possibly written by ChatGPT? Do they sound robotic? Do they sound too direct? Maybe a bit on the nose? Well, you see, that's a really fucking hard thing to disprove. You know, if they used AI for the lyrics. But there is something I really want to point out that makes me believe that they didn't do this. What you're currently looking at is the second verse to the song Nothing's Alright by WitchGang. The verse ends with, "The world's on fire, but nothing can stop me now." That is a direct reference to Piggy from the industry rock band 9 Inch Nails from their album The Downward Spiral. And as I just stated a minute ago, both WitchGang and 9 Inch Nails are created by the same guy, Trent Reznor. Unless Trent input something involving with reference my own fucking album or song, I don't think that this is AI generated. Okay, quick, this is Feature Main Gummage here. I came back to just say this because I forgot to even say this. This isn't scripted or anything. But this verse is sang by Audrey Nuna, the fucking pink-haired Mira from K-pop Demon Hunters. I am dead fucking serious. This whole song is performed by Jean Dawson and Audrey fucking Nuna. What world are we living in? Now with the songs themselves and the lyrics out of the way, there's something I've been neglecting to mention here, and it's this. This is the official WitchGang Instagram account, called WitchGang Group, because the name WitchGang itself was already taken by some other account. But more importantly, look at their description. WitchGang is a musical group made of analog and digital people, for all worlds, for everyone. I wanted to keep that in mind, the emphasis on analog people. I only ask you to keep the analog aspect in mind, because WitchGang's only ever released 3 songs, and I'm about to have you listen to some of the stems from each song. The stems being the uploaded recordings playable on Fortnite Festival, if that makes any sense to you. Most of these are the background noises you don't play and you can't really hear. The first song I'm having to listen to is Nothing's Alright, which I've already mentioned before. Sang by fucking Audrey Nuna. Also, just a bit of a heat of a warning. Some of these are a little like startling and a little loud because, you know, they're background noises and I increase them. You can't really hear them normally in the actual songs. So, just a little bit of heads up. This song doesn't really have any of that weird stuff. Just the drums progressively get really chaotic and distorted. It's weird. Here's the drums in chorus 1. And here are the drums for the second and final chorus. Yeah, I just wanted to point that out, how like weird the drums like started to corrupt over time. Like, it's the only song that does that, by the way. Here's Timeless, which is their second song. The less said about this song, the better. I don't like it. I think it's very bad. But here's some of the stems and the background noises. Dude, that that actually sounds like some weird ass like analog horror shit, or maybe like Coconut Fred. And the last set of stems I'm having you listen to is from their last song, Runaway, which I might add is genuinely like among my favorite songs ever. No bullshit. Here's the proof. Anyhow, here are the weird stems to Runaway. I tell you it's the best one, and then I proceed to assault your ears. Like Yandere Dev assaulting Tim's body. You see, the reason why I said emphasize on the digital and analog aspect is because of those instrumentals. They're clearly digitally processed, and it's not like digital instruments are a rare thing. Modern artists do them all the time. I just wanted to prove that, like, my personal belief, 100%, none of the musical aspect of WitchGang was at all AI generated. And now with all the actual music stuff out of the way, I'd like to look at their social media videos that they uploaded. Specifically the bottom two, the top three will come back to later. Let's check these out. And here's the second one. Something really interesting about the second one is you can see someone walk by right here. And here's the question. Do I think that these are AI generated? No. You gotta keep in mind that these were produced possibly mid to quarter 3 of 2023. That was AI at the point that they used it. I don't think that these are generated. It could have been assisted or edited by AI, but I don't think that these two videos are AI generated. And now onto that other one I was talking about. That other one being these 3 reels that they uploaded on Instagram. One of them kind of blew up with 58k views, which, not super elaborate for WitchGang standards, that's a ton. But we're not watching them here on Reels, because it's actually part of a bigger YouTube video. WitchGang, Nothing's Alright lyric video, uploaded 1 year ago, almost 2, with 239,000 views. Which again, for WitchGang standards, that's a ton. I'm gonna show you a 15-second snippet from the clip, and I want you to determine yourself, do you think it's AI? So the entire music video consists of these power lines between mountains with the balloon popping up with the song's lyrics on them. The song is really jittery, almost like it's lagging a little bit throughout the entire thing. It's weird. But notice how everything is consistent. No balloons are fading in and out from existence. They all exist at the same time. It's hard to describe it, but if you've ever seen an AI generated video, let's just say there's a balloon and it hides behind a mountain and the camera pans back around the mountain, the balloon will be gone or something else. The balloons are consistent as hell in this. They don't change at all. And the thing to completely prove this is 100% human made and not AI, the video's description directly credits the assets they use in the video. The top balloons being the ones you normally see pop up with the text on them, and the bottom balloons being the ones that spawn in the sky with the giant words like sight, that kind of stuff. The top balloons one specifically is really important here. Upon clicking the link, we're greeted to this page, Valentine's Day balloons, with the tag, no AI. The description at the very bottom reads, no AI. This model may not be used in datasets for, and development of, or as inputs to generative AI programs. And scrolling back up, this is the same model they used in the music video. So everything I've looked at so far, the songs, the lyrics, the videos they have uploaded on the internet, all have definitive or can be somewhat confirmed that there's no AI involved. What about their cover art? And this is when shit gets really fucking disappointing. First off, this is their logo. It's a damn logo. I have nothing to say. It's not AI. They picked a robotic font, which I think is interesting, considering, you know, the analog digital people aspect. They picked a robotic font. They made the I lowercase in the witch, and they unicoded it, which is those dashes. That's Unicode. It's not AI. Here's the cover to their first song released, Nothing's Alright. The cover consists of a power line, a sunny day, some clouds, and some balloons. Kind of like the music video I showed you. The balloon has coherent Nothing's Alright text, seems to be reflecting what seems to be either a mountain or a sandy, like, background, possibly. Looks like a rooftop, possibly. There's also a really dark balloon hidden behind the first one, and on the bottom left there's also another balloon, which seems to be reflecting also what appears to be sandy hilltops, or a sandy roof. I'm not really even sure what I'm looking at. And looking at the power line, it looks fine to me. The chords are consistent, it even reflects the sun. The sun's reflection seems genuine on everything, and the power line itself looks fine. However, there's one thing about this image that makes me scratch my head that I can't quite figure out. Where the utility pole starts, the clouds seem to be kind of freaking out. I'm not sure if that's the right thing, and maybe I'm looking too far into it, but it looks a little weird at the very bottom as it progresses upwards, and maybe it's just me. Alright, future Mingovich here. So I had a whole section in this part, specifically with this image, and it was because I was speaking to somebody. I don't have permission to say their name, and that's why I'm hesitant on putting this here, but they claim to have taken this picture and edited through Photoshop. The other ones I'm about to show you were not theirs. I can't confirm this, I'm not them, and I'm not even allowed to say who they are, but they said that this image is the only one that is genuine. It's a genuine image that is photoshopped. I just wanted to put this here, just some food for thought. Here's the second cover for their second song, being Timeless, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I think this is 100% AI edited. First of all, look at the city in the background. It's super blurry and mushy and put together. Look at the power lines too in the background, and the utility poles. They're really inconsistent. The one on the far right seems kind of clear, But the one on the left, not the closest one, but the one on the left, super blurry. Not to mention the utility pole's power lines are just fading in and out of existence here. Alright, 2 of the 3 out of the way. Again, the first one, I don't think that's AI. I'm not entirely confident, but I don't think it's AI. The second one, fairly confident that this is AI assisted. This looks like something like Mid-Journey helped assist with. And on to the last one. Unlike the other 2 covers, I just think this one is so laughably obvious that it's AI. I don't even have to zoom in on anything. First of all, the background is like the Timeless cover, the one I just looked at, but blurry. The very top, there's the dome lights, what seems to be. Maybe they're street lights? There's a reflection in the middle. The bottom, there's a road. In the middle, there's text that reads, there really isn't much else to say about this image. Like, it's such an incoherent blob mess of an image. But there is one thing I want to mention that I think is really funny. When the songs were released on Festival, Epic gave the songs this weird WitchGang border around all of them. It's weird they give them this treatment, but what's really funny about this treatment is the fact that you can still see like the white remnants text of like the old WitchGang border when they made this like picture for Runaway. So they took the Fortnite version of Timeless and they put it on the Runaway cover, and now there's 2 borders. It's so weird. Okay, I'm sincerely sorry, guys. I lied. There wasn't just 3 images to look at. There's a 4th one. It's the infamous group photo. When I first saw this image, I was in such disbelief that this could have been AI. I seriously went every route I could think about. I thought maybe it was some Blender thing, like the 3D modeling thing. I thought maybe it was an Unreal Engine project. I thought it was MetaHuman, which is like an Epic Games human creation tool that makes hyper-realistic human models. But further inspection, I strongly believe that this is AI. The guy in the furthest to the right, the 4th person, his shoes are completely fucked up. The second and final girl on the far right, her knee seems to be going the incorrect way. And at the very bottom of the picture, it's the exact same freaky looking city from Timeless. Verbatim, it is the exact same one. And if you thought that's all I had to say about this image, brother, you were wrong. This is the brightened image of the WitchGang group photo. Again, one could argue that blurring their faces and shirts is an aesthetic choice. I think, rather, that the shirts and faces were so mangled and fucked up that they had no choice but to do this. Funnily enough, the hands that we can see don't look too bad. They look a little weird, but they're not super bad. Considering this is 2023 AI, yeah, this is certainly something. The people on the far left, both the guy and the girl, both seem to have 3 feet. It's gross when you realize it. I'll highlight it so you can see what I mean. And the last thing I believe definitively confirms that this is 100% AI is this, though I have to remind you about this first. Do you remember when Netflix tried to use AI to extend this poster for Arcane? Well, WitchGang did the exact same thing. Remember when I said it used the Timeless City verbatim? Well, I lied. Because they also used the extension that Netflix used. That blurry smudge is the extension. Do you see why this is so important for the reception of WitchGang? Nothing about it is AI, except for the cover art. And do you know what the first impression people are going to have when they see it? They will always see the cover art first, and they'll go, oh, that's AI slop, I'm not interested. By using AI alone, WitchGang completely sabotaged any chance of a future. Nobody will look at this and go, oh great, like more WitchGang. People will look at this and go, oh, that's AI, I'm not interested. And that really fucking sucks, because I genuinely enjoy two of the 3 songs that they released. They're really good, and I've learned who Jean Dawson was through this, and I fucking adore Jean. He is amazing. Some of my favorite Jean songs, our mental. We got that. We got Die From Me. We got Houston. We got the AI stuff out of the way, and unfortunately, they did use it. What about the second aspect people always talk about? Before we could determine if WitchGang truly was an industry plant, let's read this passage from the Wikipedia article about industry plants. Artists described as industry plants often present themselves as independent and self-made, but are alleged to have their public images manufactured for them by record labels. Where is it hidden? It took only 10 seconds for me to find these credits. Where does WitchGang ever say they're independent? And me mentioning the entry plant aspect is an actual concern for this thing, by the way. It's not just me talking out of my ass. Look at these user score ratings on albumoftheyear.org. 12 out of 100 is actually fucking horrendous. What do the ratings have to say?
This is such an obvious industry plant, it's not even good at all.
I have a feeling the song was chosen to be in Fortnite Festival just to fuel this industry plant's popularity.
Biggest industry plant I've ever seen.
Fuck is this AI shit? Get out of my lobby.
This has to be an Epic Games AI experiment. Industry plants. And by far, this is my favorite one. It's nothing bad, just mid. Edit, 50 to 70. I like it. The production is good. The vocals are interesting. It is a bit generic, but that's to be expected. They aren't clearly industry plans now. Edit 2, 70 to 0. I'm not gonna give a good rating to industry plants. It's to a point where industry plant is like the equivalent of a slur. That's how much it's being thrown around nowadays. And like, what difference does WitchGang have compared to something like Huntrix? Both are backed by big name companies. They don't hide it. You can find it easily. They're both virtual bands. And they both have fucking Audrey Nuna in it. I watched overnight the entire Fortnite community go from fucking hating her to loving her just because of one film. That is insane. And I want to make it clear, I'm not by any means criticizing the film. Not at all. I watched with my friend. I thought it was pretty damn good. I'm just saying, why criticize one but not the other, when they're both essentially the same thing? Then again, I feel like comparing these two is a little redundant. One's an honest, actual attempt of an effort product, and the other is a fucking Fortnite side project. But in all seriousness, I still stand by that. I think it's kind of lame that people won't check out stuff because they, quote, believe it's an industry plant. I feel like that phrase is misused a ton nowadays, and the fact that it completely stops people from checking out something because they believe it's not worthy of their quality standards because it's an industry plant is incredibly lame to me. And if WitchGang isn't an industry plant, then what were they? Ladies and gentlemen, I have something absolutely incredible to show you. We already know that Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, the guys behind 9 Inch Nails, are behind this. We know that Jean Dawson and Audrey Nuna both contributed to the band and made music for it. You know, Hudson Mohawke, the fucking guy behind the fucking Seabat sex meme copy pasta for Reddit. However, ever I've looked on the internet has neglected to show this. The official trademark registry of WitchGang. WitchGang is a registered trademark owned by Tramsa LLC, a Los Angeles-based entity located in California. The trademark was filed on 25th of October 2023 with the serial number and registered on August 5th, 2025. The WitchGang trademark is filed in the category of computer and software products and electrical and scientific products. The company began using the mark in commerce on 22nd of November 2023. As of the 5th of August 2025, the trademark remains live registered with a recent status registered. That trademark registry is really fascinating to me. There's nowhere does it mention, it being an actual band. It specifically references computer programming and software. That implies strongly that WitchGang was always meant to be a Fortnite thing, just a thing, like a project in the game, and nothing more. But because they're seemingly an industry plant, because they're too experimental, the three songs are completely different from each other, and most importantly, they used generative AI, WitchGang never reached any potential. And I'm not going, my WitchGang. No. These are big people behind this project. It's a well-known fact. But there will never be another project like this. They're too scared to try this. Music made for a game, just for the game. Yeah, it'll never happen again. But hey, I was glad to be here for the ride. I was the second release, and I was the second to die. Well, at least we'll have this video. And if that's not something to be grateful for, I don't know what the fuck is. Well, hey, who gives a shit what the internet has to say about anything? It's the damn internet. I, for one, enjoyed WitchGang, even, the AI and all, which I would rather prefer they never did, but can't go back on it now. I enjoyed the music personally. I thought it was pretty fun. It was fascinating. I had a lot of fun learning about it. What do my friends have to say about it?
Yo.
Hey, Bukai. So, the opinions of people on the internet are completely irrelevant to what I think, right? So, I want to care about the opinions of the people that I know. So, you're the first person I'm asking this.
Okay.
What do you think about WitchGang? What is your favorite WitchGang song?
Wow, that's a tough pick. Probably gonna have to say none of them.
Yeah?
Hello?
Yo, we'll lead.
Yo.
So, what is your favorite WitchGang song, and what are your opinions on WitchGang?
Timeless is the best song ever, and uh, without Timeless, we wouldn't have K-pop Demon Hunters. So there you go.
Yeah? What are your thoughts on WitchGang?
Well, jokes aside, as a whole, I would like. I I would say like most. I'm not hugely into that type of like I think like Runaway obviously is like really catchy, but I wouldn't probably say it's my favorite. Like it's not. I'll say like the music is not something that I would like regularly listen to outside of like you know like our interactions and stuff.
Hey, man. So, what is your favorite WitchGang song, and what are your thoughts on WitchGang?
What is my favorite WitchGang song? Oh boy. How do I choose? I'm gonna have to look at them. I have to all three of them. I'd probably say Nothing's Alright.
All right. What do you think about WitchGang?
I'm not very keen of them.
Yeah, okay, if I had to pick one, I only know I think two. Uh which one's the Nothing's Alright, I think is the one that is better than the other one.
Timeless? You think about Timeless, right?
Yeah, no, that one is bad.
Dylan,
What?
I actually have two questions for you.
What's good?
What's your favorite WitchGang song? What do you think of WitchGang?
I have never listened to WitchGang in my life.
And the final question remains. Why did I bother making this video? about some non-existent piece of shit AI-generated Audrey Nuna band, K-pop Demon Hunters, that no one cares about at all. Why do I even care about this stupid band? They only have three songs, 7 in total. Well, why?
What? Because, you bitch.